Good evening, parents and students, and welcome to Harrison High School. I'm Matt Lindley. I'm the high school principal, and tonight we're going to be going over registration for our incoming ninth graders. We look forward to all of you being here, and we're so excited to have you part of the high school family. Tonight we're going to introduce our assistant principals, and we're also going to introduce you to our counselors. So please pay attention, and if you do have any questions, make sure that you call us with those questions. Have a great evening.
Hi, I'm Mr. Niehaus, assistant principal at the high school. We're looking forward to meeting you next year. Finish the year strong out the middle school, and go Wildcats.
Welcome Wildcats. Mark Mivers, assistant principal athletic director here. Again, just wanted to say welcome to Harrison High School. If there's anything that you need athletically, I am your go-to person when you arrive here. Again, also as assistant principal, I'll be working with teachers on classroom development. So again, Mark Mivers, assistant principal athletic director. Remember, as always, think big.
Hi, Jenny Barker, counselor for last names A through G. I'm here to talk to you about the registration process and the dates and the classes that you should be looking at to sign up for. So first off, students will receive their materials on February 25th. All 8th grade students will, along with a presentation that day. And then students will have until March 4th to get their registration classes filled out. It'll be a combination of classes they choose and classes that they are recommended for by their teachers. So a core class, math, science, social studies, and English will be recommended by the teacher, and then the electives the students can choose. So each student needs to sign up for 7 full bells. In those full bells, each student will have 1 English, at least 1 social studies, at least 1 math, and 1 science. And those will be recommended. They need to talk to their teacher, and their 8th grade teacher in that core subject will recommend them for what level to go into. After that, students can choose electives. They'll have 3 bells of electives that they can choose from. And it can vary on what they want to choose from, but they should definitely, if they did not take health in the junior high, they should sign up for health to get that finished. It is a requirement for graduation. The other thing to consider is PE. If they are not going to be doing an exemption, they should also sign up for PE. So with the PE exemption, just to be clear on that, you have to do 2 seasons of any Ohio Athletic Association sport here at school, or you can do 2 seasons of marching band, 2 seasons of cheerleading, or 2 years of JROTC. Dance team and outside sports like community sports do not count for the PE exemption, and that's stated by law for the state of Ohio. It's not a district decision. Other classes you can look at are band, choir, or our art program. All students do need, as Mr. Barnes had previously said, they need 1 year of fine art. So band, choir, or the art classes can take care of that. In addition to that, students may consider taking a foreign language, or if they took foreign language in the junior high, they can go ahead and continue as long as they received the correct grade to advance to the next level of that foreign language. Students in basic English 9 are not allowed to take foreign language their freshman year, but they may take it starting their sophomore year. And then the registration sheets have a whole variety of other electives offered, from Cincinnati history to speech, to classical mythology. There's a whole list at the bottom, and the ones along the bottom of your student's registration sheet are semester electives. So it takes 2 semester electives to make 1 full bell. So if your student does require or is interested in a study hall, we do not sign up for study halls at this time. Just remember that. You want to sign up for 7 full bells, because your student most likely won't get all 7 bells. That way, A study hall will fill in, and then if they end up getting a study hall and they don't want a study hall, or they get all 7 bells and they want a study hall, after they receive their schedules, they can at that time contact us and let us know by the end of school, and we can get that fixed for them. Also, don't forget, parents, if your student is possibly going to be moving on and playing an NCAA sport at the collegiate level, then you need to make sure your student is taking at least college prep and up classes. Any kind of basic class, like English basic or Algebra 1 basic, they do not count towards eligibility to play at Division I, Division II teams. Now, a Division III school, those would be smaller schools like Capital University or like Mount St. Joe. NCAA eligibility is not required there. Only Division I and II schools. So once you've sat down with your student and gone over what classes they want to take, and they've gone to their teachers, and their teachers have recommended them what level they should be at for their core classes, on March 4th and March 5th, there will be posted all over the junior high, and we'll put it online, when we're going to meet with the students. Each counselor will meet with your student, well, your student's assigned counselor, sorry. We'll meet with the students one-on-one, and we'll go over the registration sheet with them and what classes they picked out, and then we'll put it in the computer for them for this intro freshman, going into freshman year encounter. If a parent needs to talk to a counselor, by all means, at the end of this slideshow, we will have our emails and our phone numbers, as well as on the introduction slide, our phone numbers were on there. Please feel free to contact your student's counselor. You need to talk to your student's assigned counselor, and we're assigned by last names again, because we keep track of their credits and everything. So even if it's a general question, please just contact your student's assigned counselor, and we can help you through that process and answer any questions that you have. So feel free to contact us. Now, occasionally a parent and a student do not agree with what a teacher recommends their student, what level their student needs to be in. And if that happens, we do have something called a petition to upgrade. It is a form, and you can get the form. The student can pick up a form in Mrs. DeRisi, the junior high counselor's office, and the parent and the student fill it out, and you can move up one level more. So let's say your student was recommended for English 9 CP, which is college prep, but they want to be in English 9 Advanced, which is one more step up. Then you can get a petition to upgrade form, fill it out, and then the student will turn that form in with their registration sheet to the counselor on either March 4th or March 5th, whichever day they're assigned to meet with the counselor. And with that form, then the counselor will sign them up for the petitioned course, the upper course. Now, part of the deal with the petition to upgrade is that the counselor will check the student's grade at the first midterm and at the end of the first quarter. And if the student is doing fine, then the student can stay in that class. They have to stay in that class at that point, and they just finish off the year in that class. If they are not doing fine at either of those checkpoints or in between them, then the student will be moved back down to the original recommended course. So in the case I was talking about, the student would be moved from 9 Advanced back into 9 CP if they were getting like a D in the class. This helps the student try to achieve the best they can, but it also gives them a small safety net in case it is too much for them. Like I said, you can pick up those petition to upgrade forms in Mrs. DeRisi's office, and Mrs. DeRisi is the guidance counselor over at the junior high. So they'll be right there in the junior high for the students to pick up. And students need to turn those forms in, all filled out, when they register with the guidance counselor. And then Don't forget, it's only one move up. So if a student was recommended for, let's say, General Basic English 9, they cannot move up to English 9 Advanced. They could move up to 9 CP, but they can't move up 2 spots, just 1.
Hi, I'm Steve Barnes, guidance counselor for last names H through O. For the class of 2025, there are 3 steps that students must complete in order to earn a high school diploma. First step for graduation requirements for 2025 would be earning 21 credits. Those include 4 credits of English, 4 credits of math, which must include Algebra 2 or equivalent, 3 credits of social studies, which must include American history, American government, and world history, 3 credits of science, which must include biology, physical science, and then an elective science, 1 credit of fine arts, which is not required for Career Center students, a half credit of health, a half credit of PE or physical education. If students complete 2 seasons of high school interscholastic sports, marching band, cheerleading, or JROTC, they can be exempt from the PE requirement, meaning they do not have to take PE. And then 5 credits of elective classes. Also, students do have to complete a financial literacy requirement as well, which is normally covered in their government class. AP government students do have to meet that requirement by taking either high school business year 3 or a personal finance class. Step 2 for students to earn a diploma for the class of 2025. Students must earn a passing score on Ohio's high school Algebra 1 and English 2 test. If they do not receive passing scores on either of the tests, they may choose one of 3 options to show equivalency. So again, if they do not get the passing score on Algebra 1 and English 2, the 3 options, choices that they have to meet Step 2 requirement would be to demonstrate 2 career-focused activities. That's option 1. Option 2 would be to enlist in the military. And option 3 would be to complete college coursework and earn credit for a math or English college course. Step 3, earn 2 of the following diploma seals, choosing those that line up with your goals and interests, with at least 1 being designated by the state of Ohio. In order to prepare for college, many students choose to take additional courses and qualify for the Ohio Honors Diploma. Ohio Honors Diploma requirements have some requirements in addition to the normal graduation requirements. So that would be another credit of social studies and science, a GPA of 3.5, that's unweighted GPA of 3.5, at least 3 credits of the same foreign language or 2 credits of 2 foreign languages, and a score of 27 on the ACT or an SAT score of 1280. And students can omit one of those requirements and still earn their honors diploma. Also, State of Ohio just a couple of years ago created some new honors diploma options. So in addition to the traditional academic diploma with honors, students have the option of obtaining the following new options: Career Tech Honors Diploma, a STEM Honors Diploma, Arts Honors Diploma, and a Social Science and Civil Engagement Honors Diploma. You can find those requirements by going to the Ohio Department of Education website and looking up honors diploma graduation requirements.
Hi, I'm Connie Akra, and I am one of the guidance counselors at the high school. I work with students with last names P through Z. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the registration process, starting with our course change policy. So you will go through the registration process with your guidance counselor, plenty of time to ask questions, and ultimately we will get your course requests into our system. After that, we will give you a rough draft of your schedule. So you will have plenty of time to look it over and have opportunity to ask questions and request any changes. With the changes, we will offer no changes in course selections after the last day of school. So you'll pretty much have the month of May to look through your schedule, make changes. Once the last day of school comes and goes, there will be no changes in schedules, and that is for the entire following school year. So you can't request a second semester change down the line. So the last day of school is it. We will give you a reminder about that as well when you get your schedule. When filling out your schedule through the registration process, you will have the course names to look at. If you would like more information on the course descriptions, that is able to be accessed online. It is about 54 pages long. Obviously, not all of that you will need, but you can look by department, by subject area. So that is on the high school website under the guidance tab under class scheduling, and you can refer to that for more specific descriptions of the courses that we offer.
One of the big things to think about as your student enters high school is what they want to pursue as a career after high school. Harrison High School has set up what we call pipelines to help students along with that process. I want you to think a little opposite of what we probably and what you grew up thinking, where it was, well, where are you going to go to school afterwards? Things are a little bit different now, and there's a whole slew of opportunities out there that weren't necessarily big choices back, even 10 years ago. So I always tell my students, I want you to think career first, and then we'll figure out the education you need after that. Because sometimes I have students where I talk to them and they talk about, when we talk about careers, they're like, I don't know what I want to do, but I'm going to go to college. Well, I think we all know from watching the news and everything out there that college is a pretty expensive choice. So 1 year, and not even including room and board, depending on the college, can cost anywhere, for a 4-year school, can cost anywhere from $12,000 to $30,000 a year. Again, not even including room and board. So the question is, what's the best bang for my buck is what people are looking at now. So if you think career first, there you can then think, okay, now what type of education do I need to get that career? This avoids students going into college and not having a major, or possibly changing their major multiple times. I mean, that still can happen. Everybody changes. But thinking about the career first and then what education you need can help save you a lot of money. It can also avoid what's called a gray-collar job. This is one of the big problems going on right now, where students are actually in some cases, over-educating themselves for the career they end up going into. Therefore, it's called a gray-collar job. They have massive amounts of student debt, and they're not getting the jobs that they thought they would get, or that they thought would be out there, and they're not able to pay off their debt, or their debts are taking up so much of their income. So we want to avoid that with students, and we want them to think, what career do I want? And then we can together figure out what is the education pathway for them. And as you can see on the pipelines, it just depends. You could have the pathway or pipeline where your career requires at least a 4-year, possibly beyond. You could have the 2-year pipeline. There's a whole slew of associate degree jobs, careers out there that are huge bang for your bucks, wonderful opportunities. That's out there. Tech schools, they have kind of been combined with the 2-year schools a lot, but there are still some true tech schools out there. Hocking College is an example of one. Is your student's career goal military? There's the military pathway or pipeline. Some students are workplace ready. They want to go straight into the workplace. And that could also include the whole slew of apprenticeships that are available out there, which apprenticeships are really making a comeback. They're free, first off. Companies will pay for you to work on the job, learn on the job, and even take classes through different programs at night. So, and then the more certifications you get and experience in that apprenticeship, then the more pay you get on the job until you become a full-fledged accredited person in that field for that apprenticeship. So there's all different types of pathways. So when you talk to your student about what their future looks like, try focusing on what kind of career they want, and then from there, we can all work together and figure out what pipeline or pathway would be best for them and would be the best bang for their buck. So with those pipelines, we offer different options that can fit in the different pipelines. As you can see, we offer a large amount of AP classes. AP stands for Advanced Placement. And the special thing about AP classes is that it is a national curriculum that is, it's the same no matter what school you go to because it is a national curriculum. So the AP class here, AP Calc A and B class here, is the same as the AP Calc A and B class out in California. They all use the same curriculum, and at the end of the year, they will take the same test. Now, number one, AP looks great on 2- and 4-year college applications, but the other bonus of the AP classes is that there is a test at the end of the year, and based on your score, you can receive college credit from numerous colleges out there offer it, but it's pending on your score. So the scores are 1 to 5, and usually a 3 or better gets you college credit. So not only are you kind of working on college-like curriculum to prepare for you with those college classes, but you also have the chance to earn some credit with that. We also, speaking of college credit, offer straight college credit. Those are our CCP classes, or sometimes referred to as CC+. Stands for College Credit Plus. That is a state-run program by the state of Ohio, and students can earn college credit while in high school. You can either go onto a college campus and take their classes, or we offer a few classes here that can give you college credit once completed. Now, there are some stipulations to the College Credit Plus, the CC Plus program. You have to qualify for it, both by testing at a college level in that subject, whether it's English-based or math-based. You have to test at college level, and you also have to have the right GPA for the college to accept you. So here at Harrison, we regularly offer the speech class, we have 2 computer classes, and we do offer a government and a stats class, but we do have to make sure that we have enough students signed up. So in the past years, we haven't run those, but we do offer them every year. So hopefully we get enough students to sign up this year that we can run them. The special thing about CCP classes is that they are the exact same curriculum as the classes on that college campus. So we partner with Franklin University out of Columbus, and our teachers are given their curriculum and materials to teach the class here at Harrison. So that's a nice little to dip your toe in for your student if they're interested. And then, like I said, with College Credit Plus, there's also the offering of going onto a college campus. Again, every year there is a CCP program, usually held in October or November, and those are put on the announcements. If you need more information about College Credit Plus, contact your student's guidance counselor. We'd love to talk to you about it. Then we have some career-based programs. We offer a business program that's extremely popular here with the students, along with the biomed program that the kids really like. Our engineering program, some of your students are already in it in 8th grade. They've started with the Intro to Engineering classes. And then we just recently started up a computer career-based program that's really taken off this year. So in those programs, the students do a lot of times compete. I believe it's HOSA with the biomed program is their organization, DECA with the business, and then the engineering does a robotics, they do competitions with robotics. So the students get an opportunity to advance, and we have kids that go to state every year in those programs. So it's a lot of fun for the kids and a good experience for them and a nice way for them to figure out if this is really a career they might want to do. So if your student thinks they might be interested in business, it's a nice way to figure out if business is for them or something in the medical field or engineering, that kind of stuff. And then the last thing that we offer outside of our regular classes, we offer industry credentials. Credentials is like certifications. So you can get credentials in CPR, OSHA training. We have Lean Six Sigma, which is a leadership credential that's big in the business world. So with those credentials, we have a couple programs that offer those credentials. Our manufacturing offers a 12-point credential. And this way, especially if your student wants to go directly into the workforce, they can use those credentials, and that can help them get a job super fast and move up the ladder easier. We have a law and public safety that offers credentials, and then we have a workforce leadership that offers some credentials as well for students. One other option for your student is their junior and senior year, students are eligible to attend a program at a vocational program at the Oaks. Students can attend any of the 4 Oaks, but we bus to Diamond Oak. That's kind of our sister school, is Diamond Oaks. But we do have some students that like to attend Scarlet Oaks because they have some special programs that interest the students. However, transportation is on the student and the parent at that point. But you can see this great list of all the different programs that the Oaks do offer, Diamond Oaks, and then along the bottom, Scarlet Oaks offers these additional programs to students. Again, this is something that your student would apply for at this time during their sophomore year, and then they attend the Oaks their junior and senior year. And these programs, students can start getting certifications and credentials early on, and then they can go straight into the workforce with those. A lot of these programs, they'll move on to either a 2-year or a 4-year degree and have a starting point with that. Some of the other students, like with the cosmetology program, they actually graduate with the state license and they can go straight into the workforce 100%. So there's all different options for the students. The Oaks also offers College Credit Plus classes for those students that are interested in going on to either a 2-year or a 4-year school after that program. And then we also have a lot of the students that just go straight into the workforce. And with a lot of these programs, students, as long as their attendance and grades are good and they're passing all their credentials, they actually do like an apprenticeship their senior year, and they, instead of going to lab their senior year, they have a job out in the community where they're learning on the spot instead of in a controlled lab. They're learning with workers on the job and getting paid for it. So they have wonderful opportunities. It's not the vocational programs that we grew up with. They're all high tech. I highly recommend, if you hear of an open house at these schools, come out and check them out because they offer some wonderful opportunities for students.
We are open to new students enrolling at Harrison High School. And if you are coming from St. John's or other parochial schools, you do have to register with our district office. So there's a slide with that contact information. You can register now. You do not have to wait. In fact, the earlier the better. That way we can get moving on your 9th grade schedule. Some students will enroll as open enrollment students, and those students will also have to contact our district office. And there is a very select period for that, and that's on the slide, and that is the month of May for open enrollment. And if you have any questions, you're certainly welcome to make an appointment with your guidance counselor. And the slide has our information and how to contact us. Remember, the last day for schedule changes will be May 28th. So you will get a rough draft of your schedule. You will have time to take it home, discuss it with a parent, and then reach out to us with any changes during that time. Thanks.